All right. Bozing MMA here. Today we're going over the ranked fighters in each division that I think will be going on title runs in 2026. That could mean like getting in a number one contender fight, getting a title shot, or at least being in talks for a title shot. And my criteria for how I'm judging this, if they're in talks for a title shot or even a number one contender fight, I don't count that as you're about to go on a title run. I think you have to be a few fights away from even a title shot, a few fights away from a title contender fight, number one contender fight. So that's my criteria. You're not going to see guys like Carlos Prates or Kamaru Usman or Michael Morales, a Shavkat, Ian Gary, none of those. They're all in talks for a title shot, even a number one contender fight. So let's get straight into it. Starting off in the flyweight division, I got Charles Johnson, Energy, 34-year-old prospect, 35, whatever the fuck he is. Just knocked out Lorna Kavanaugh. Is now booked against Alex Perez, which I think he does win. And let's go back to the rankings. If he beats number 11, all right, he's 13. Get him on number 11. You get Asu Amabayev, Amir Albazi, Moreno, Roy Vol. That would be a rematch. I think they fought on the regional scene. Yeah, it was a regional scene, I'm pretty sure. You have Tim Elliott or Ursak. I think he could beat a lot of these guys. He didn't look great against Lorna Kavanaugh early on. And he has like kind of struggled with guys who grapple. So that's the only problem with this. But I think he has a plot armor. He has as long as Van's champ, I think he's going on a title run. He has that. We know those storylines. This shit is like it's a business. Sometimes this shit is like a fairy tale, honestly. So I think he might get some favorable matchups into the top 10, into the top 8, top 6, top 5, whatever it may be, and get him closer to a rematch of Josh Van. That's a huge fight you can make, especially if he racks up some wins, Charles Johnson, and Joshua Van is defending his belt, which I don't think he will, but I think he loses to the big three, the Pantoja, the Cop, and the Tyras. Pantoja and Tyra sub him, too good at grappling, and Manel Cop is too much of a sniper with too much power. I think he knocks Joshua Van out. Next person, also in the flyweight division, Kyoji Horiguchi. He's almost there. I think he has 2 more fights before a title shot. Especially if Pantoja becomes champ again, 100%. Same thing. Plot armor, storyline. He already had that from his Qatar fight. Beat the shit out of Tagir Ulanbekov. A very, very nice performance. Who does that to Tagir Ulanbekov? Whatever. Fuck. Amir Albazi next. Easy win. Amir Albazi kind of sucks. He went, 13-1 outside the UFC? Again, you put him in here. He's at number 8 already. He's got to fight number 6, so he's got to enter in the top 5. I think he could beat a Moreno at this point in his career. He could beat a Roy Vol, but now it gets into the Tyras, the Cops, the Pantoja, the Van. That's where it gets a little fishy. But I think he beats any of these guys from 4 down. So I think that's he's going to be in talks for a number one contender fight in 2026. I think he definitely gets it done. He looked fucking good last fight. Really, really good. And yeah, I think he gets the job done against Albazi, and then maybe gets another favorable matchup on Moreno. Moreno's fighting Asu Amabayev. Maybe he gets a Roy Vol. I think he'd beat Roy Vol, especially after all the damage he's taken, and he's more skilled than Roy Vol. So he just beat a lanky guy. I think he gets this done. Next up, now into the bantamweight division, Peyton fucking Talbot, baby. Yes, I know he's fraud check by Raoni Barcelos earlier in the year. Had a good win against Felipe Lima. But that Henry Cejudo performance, he did way better than Song Ding Dong, bro. Like, way better. I was watching that Song Ding Dong fight. It was way closer than I remembered. If I was Cejudo, he beat the shit out of him. Peyton Talbot, he's just a little defensively vulnerable in the striking. I also want to see him on bottom more again on the grappling. But he's shown good scrambles, good get-up ability. Good takedown defense again. His striking is obviously very crisp, very clean, powerful for the bantamweight division. And again, let's go back to the rankings. Let's look. Peyton Talbot. Okay, so he's getting somebody. I think he's gonna fight Amin Zahabi next, or Corey Sanhagen, because Marlon Vera's booked with David Martinez, Mario Bautista's booked with Vinicius. Figgy's booked with Umar. O'Malley's booked with O'Malley's booked with Song Yadong. I don't know why I said Yan. Marab and Piotr Yan about to throw down. So what are you gonna do? Hold Peyton Talbot out from December all the way till whenever one of these top guys is ready to fight again? No. So it's either Zahabi or Sandhagen. I think he beats the shit out of Ayman Zahabi. I think he finishes Ayman Zahabi. I think Ayman Zahabi is he's too much of a soybean. He's too weak. I feel like a lot of these guys with a bunch of hair on their arms and legs, those extremely hairy dudes, they're so like frail and just like the Basharat brothers. I feel like they just fucking manipulate their bodies, throw them around, just fucking have fun with them, you know? They don't seem like grown men. They seem like little slinky toys. So I think Peyton Talbot will beat the shit out of him. That puts him into the top 6 or top 7. I think he could beat a Figgy. He could beat a Song Yadong. That'll be an amazing fight, but he could beat him. Corey Sandhagen gets a little interesting. I don't think he beats one of these top 4 guys right now. Top 3, I'm sorry. Merab, Umar, Jan, and O'Malley. I don't think he beats him 4. But I think if he could beat a Corey Sandhagen. He really could. Corey Sandhagen, we know, technical and all that, but Peyton Talbot's going to bring the fight to you. He's durable. He might beat and Corey Sandhagen just almost got knocked out by Merab with a right hand. Peyton Talbot's a very good right hand. Come down. I think Peyton Talbot could maybe beat Corey Sandhagen. I'm not saying for sure, but it's a possibility. So I think Peyton Talbot could make a run for the top 3 this year, top 4. Yeah, that's the only one I have for the bantamweight division. Maybe Vinicius Oliveira, but I'm just not sold on him 100%. I like him. He's a marauder, comes in your face. That's what I always say for these marauder type of guys. They come in your face. So, but I think Mario Batista is a tough test. That's like one of the hardest fights you could get for your test, like your real first rankings test. Because he did fight Kyler Phillips. I remember I saw a comment about Kyler Phillips. He said he looks like a woman who's on testosterone. Never seen anything more true than that. That was hilarious. But again, Vinicius Oliveira, I don't even know if he's gonna beat Mario Batista, so I didn't include him in this. He could. If he beats Mario Batista, I'll 100% say that guy's making a run for the top. And now onto the featherweight division. Steve Mean Machine Garcia, the fucking chimp himself. I don't know how long this guy's reach is, but he reminds me of a chimp. You know, because he's like slouched over when he fights. He's like has these long ass arms. He's powerful. He's like a chimp. He's like a, you know. So let's look at his fight history. So he's got, I don't remember a lot of his wins, but Calvin Kattar, good win, whatever, boring fight. But David Onama gets him out of there in first round, 3.5 minutes in. He just ran through him, made him look like he did not belong. We have Melquizael Costa, another great fucking win. Chase Hooper. So, yeah, this Melquizael Costa win has aged gracefully 2 years later. 2 years later, almost to the day where Melquizael Costa got that head kick. But yeah, I think he's gonna make a run. Again, let's look at the rankings. I want to see more. The only thing with him that concerns, because he's number 8 right now. It's a great ranking. He could maybe beat okay. I think with him, he has to get a favorable matchup in my opinion. Because I don't know about his anti-wrestling, anti-grappling at the high levels. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. So I think maybe it's a possibility he could beat a Zalal, an Arnold Allen. He's powerful, very dangerous for Arnold Allen. So I think it's absolutely batter this weekend against Gene Silva. Aljo, if he's able to defend takedowns from Aljo, keep that long range, utilize jabs and uppercuts, things like that, those long ass arms, he could beat him. He could beat a Lerone. I don't know. I don't think he beats a Diego Lopez, a Movsar, a Volk. I think he'd beat a Yair. I think get into, like, again, top 3. Get into those. This is about guys not only getting a title shot, but making a title run, winning multiple fights in a row, getting into a number 1 contender fight. I think he's a guy who has the chance to do that as well. On to the next. Gene Lord Silva. I know it's kind of an obvious pick. He would be fighting for a title right now if he beat Lopez, but I think he's the best featherweight in the world right now. I'm still on the Gene Silva help train. Yes, I love Israel. You might have, I know, those who root for Gene Silva. I'm not switching up on him. I like Gene Silva. He's annoying a little bit, but I love his fight style. I think he's an amazing fighter. I think he's the best featherweight in the world. Again, when we look at these rankings, he almost beat Diego Lopez. I know almost, shoulda, coulda, woulda, doesn't really work, but I think the reason he lost that, he beat himself. Diego Lopez, he was drilling the elbow. Yes. He battered him on the ground. Yes. But I think it was just Diego Lopez capitalizing off his mistakes, which again is on Diego Lopez. Good for you. But I think Gene Silva, he got his back taken twice in that fight, I'm pretty sure. Both times from doing spinning shit and giving up his back. Literally giving up, hey, Diego Lopez, come get my back. That's what he was doing. Other than that, he survived on the ground. Durability, crazy survivability. He was beating the fuck out of him in the second round. Holy shit. I've never seen... Thank God for Diego Lopez having a chin, because right now, it would be inevitable that Gene Silva is about to knock out Alexander Volkanovski and become the champ. Thank God for Diego Lopez's chin. Bro, front kicks to the face, front kicks to the chin, elbows, spinning elbows, big overhands, big right hands, and he's just eating them. I think Gene Silva, no one's taking those shots. Like, Arnold Allen is going to get fucking killed this weekend. No one else is eating those shots. Diego Lopez, Gene Silva is going to be fighting for a title in 2026, in my opinion. I think he's going to be fairly active. He's going to get the fight in January. I think it's perfect he's fighting in January. Fights in January, could fight again in like April, May. And then fight again in like September. And then fight again at the end of the year. I think he's going to get a title shot this year. That's the first one on the list. So I think he's getting I'm like very, very confident I'm getting a title shot. Next up, in the lightweight division, Fares Smile Killer Ziam. This guy is fucking good. Better resume than Paddy Pimblett. This win, his last few wins have been very, very nice. Gonna give all these wins, Puelles, fucking Herbert, but that Frivola knee, I've never seen someone's knee go that high. Mike Davis is a pretty good fucking fighter. And, I wish I could pull up. Let me look at that picture. Let me look at that picture right now. You know? Where is it? This. Where is it? Where the fuck is this thing with the knee? This right here. There we go. Let's hope I'm not blocking it. Let me just go visit the Reddit site. There we go. Bro. That was disgusting. I just had to bring that up. That was absolutely disgusting. I don't know why I was looking over there. Right here is the camera. That was disgusting. This fight with Fares Ziam versus Mike Davis. But again, all right, back to the actual video, point of video. I just spoiled one of my... Okay. Back to Fares Ziam. Good wins, but this win over Nazim Sadikov. Nazim Sadikov is a good prospect. A lot of people are picking him to beat Fares Ziam. Dude, he went out there, fucking brutalized him. Absolutely just destroyed him. One of the best performances of the year, most underrated in my opinion. Yes, it was talked about, but I don't think that level should have been. Dude, his long, rangy striking looked better. He's got some power in his hands. He's got a little bit of pop. But his wrestling looked better. He obviously has very dangerous grappling. And those elbows to end it. I think you go and put him in a lightweight division that's aging. He beats Arufi, he beats Torres, he beats Chandler, he beats Dariush, he beats Marcano, he beats Fiziev, he beats BSD, he beats Gamrot, he beats Hooker. Now you get him into the top 5. He could give problems to any of these guys. Any of them. Except Arman and Ilya. And Max. I think Max beats him as well. But give problems to Gaethje, a Pimblett, especially a Pimblett. That would be a very fun fight in my opinion. But he could put himself into the top 5, getting a title shot. Not title shot, but title elimination bout. I think this guy will be fighting for a title. With all these guys aging, he'll sneak his way up into that top 5. And I think he'll find himself in a title shot 2026, maybe late. Not title shot, but title contender bout. Really in the talks for like, wow, this guy's going to be fighting for a title soon. I think he's going to be making a big run in 2026. Next guy, Manuel Torres. He reminds me of a little bit of Steve Garcia, you know? Just absolute killer. His last few fights, I know he got knocked out by Bahamondes. But he beat fucking this guy. He beat some fucking dangerous guys. He beat Nicholas Mata, who's dangerous. He beat Chris Duncan, who's went on a very nice run this year. Lost to Bahamondes, killed Drew Dober, and killed Grand Dawson. Didn't even let him get close. I know Grand Dawson was a little dumb in that fight, but, you know, let's look at the rankings. Lightweight. Again, I think he beats all these guys. I think he beats all these guys. From 12 to 6. Knocks out every single one of them. except for maybe a Fiziev. Fiziev will be his toughest fight in my opinion in that category, but he showed good takedown defense, good range management against Grant Dawson, and he could threaten chokes against all these guys if they go for takedowns, and he's just a very dangerous guy. We learned it was like watching him versus Grant Dawson was like Morales versus Brady. Just the guy could not get into his range, and you're scared of that power. He is so fucking powerful. That shit is dangerous. That shit is really dangerous. I think him and Ziam are gonna go on some nice runs this coming year. Next up, welterweight, nobody. Like I said before, Prates, Morales, Gary, Shavkat, any of these guys, Usman, who's number 8, they're all in talks for a title shot. I don't think Joaquin Buckley's gonna make a title run. I think he could beat some of these guys. Like he could beat a Brady, he could beat a Bilal, but I think he's not gonna beat Prates in my opinion. He's not gonna beat Michael Morales. He's not gonna beat Ian Gary. He's not gonna beat Shavkat. He's not gonna beat JDM. He's not beating any of these guys. I like Buckley, but I don't think he's gonna. I just think his fight style, it just doesn't work. It's not gonna work against these guys. These guys are too dangerous, too big, too long, too powerful. They could impose their own wrestling, impose their own fucking physicality. I don't think he gets any of them. Now in middleweight, we look at some of these guys. These guys are already in talks. These two are in a title fight. Brennan Allen, I could have put him here, but I think he loses to DDP when they fight, if they fight. Cal Brado, I don't think he's good enough to make a title run. I think he loses to a lot of these guys up here. Renier de Ritter just lost to fucking Brennan Allen, but I think he gets beat by Strickland, Fluffy, Imavov, Dricus. Not really anybody. Only one is Michael Venom Page. He could beat a Strickland. He could beat a Brennan Allen. He could give problems to Imavov, to Dricus. Give a lot of these guys problems. I think MVP, if he's active, they give him fights in middleweight. Smart fights. I think he might get Whitaker next. He might get Whitaker next, maybe on the London card. I think I could see that. But, you know, MVP's I have him right here. MVP. So let's look at his UFC record. Beat Kevin Holland, good performance. Lost to Ian Gary, was beating him up in the striking, but just got out grappled and smudged. Beat Charbonnet, easy money, and beat Cannonier, but just got smudged at the end. That's the only thing with him. He could get smudged. And a lot of these guys at the top, there's a lot of smudgers that could do something. Even Dricus, Hernandez, and Allen, they could all smudge you. Even Imavov could impose his own grappling. So I think MVP could be in talks for an number contender fight, be in talks for a title fight, but the only problem is the division isn't moving fast enough. With Hamzat as champion, he might only fight once this year. Maybe twice if he fights in like May. Maybe, but I think he's going to fight most likely once. So, and last but not least, we got Azamat Murzakanov. Not only he's number 6, but we got to remember he just got this guy right here, Paulo Costa, number 13 in the middleweight division. So it means he's a couple fights away from a title. I think Magomed Ankalaev is going to fight somebody different. So I think Azamat Murzakanov might be 2-3 fights away from a title shot. But I think he's gonna beat a lot of. I think he could beat a lot of people. I think Azamat he will beat Paulo Costa. If he gets someone in front of him, I think he beats a Jan Blachowicz. He beats Carlos Ulberg. He beats Khalil. I think Khalil, he would knock Khalil out. He loses to Pereira, Yuri, and Ankalaev is a very interesting fight. For me, it's like, okay, Ankalaev has pretty good distance management, good counter punching. He could impose the wrestling, but I don't think he'll be able to against Azamat because Azamat showed good anti-grappling, anti-wrestling against Rakic, a good, long, lanky guy who did exhibit low IQ, but Ankalaev would have to draw this fight out. Kind of keep it a decently high pace early on, I think, and then 4th, 5th round maybe, because Azamat Murzakanov, he's a big ball. I don't know if muscle, he's a little flabby, but let me look at his physique. He's got some good muscle. He's a ball, but he's very light on his feet too. That's the thing with the he's like bouncing. He's very bouncy. I don't know if he could keep that up for 5 rounds, especially if Ankalaev forces a high pace, which he usually doesn't, but if he does force a high pace, maybe. But and maybe get like a late finish or a decision win, just winning off the last 3 rounds, or winning some early, winning some late from Ankalaev. But you know, I think Azamat Murzakanov will be fighting for a will be fighting for a title in 2026. That's another one I'm pretty confident. Like I said with Gene Silva, I think the division will move fast because it's either Yuri or Alex is gonna be champ. I think they're gonna fight early on this year, March, April, for a title shot. Whether it's Alex fighting Oberg or Yuri fighting Oberg, because Alex moves up, I think they're gonna end up doing. There's gonna be some movement in the division. I think a lot. I think Azamat Murzakanov, he's fighting Paulo Costa in April, so he could fight in April, maybe in August again, because he's not that active. No, I think he fought twice this year. We'll see, because obviously the UFC, it's up to them scheduling too. I'm sure maybe he would fight more, but I think Azamat Murzakanov will get fight for a title next year, and if not next year, then like it will have to be late. I think November. The timelines match up. I think he could be fighting for a title in November or December, because I think he could beat Paulo Costa and then get a number contender fight and then beat whoever that is and then get to the title. So let me know your guys' thoughts. If you have anyone else, any outsiders, even if you have some unranked guys, I'll just focus here on the rankings for now because I have another video coming out for unranked guys. Sunday or Monday, I'm gonna choose. But let me know what you guys think. Again, if you have anyone else, any nominees, and I'll see you tomorrow.